Whisky.com news on the 19th of May 2025. And we have a number of very interesting news. First up, we are starting with Laphroaig Elements 3.0. It's a cask strength bottling with 55.3% ABV, and in the press release they're saying it's an unplanned peat fire experiment kind of type thingy. Bit of background knowledge there. How you do industrial peated whiskey, you usually peat it over a kiln fire, and you can't really set it to a peat level. It's just not possible. It's just a very natural process, and it varies between, let's say, 90, 100 ppm to 300 ppm. And then you actually blend it together with unmalted barley to get the right ppm, pretty much how you want it. And this is probably one of these where you don't do the blending process, because yes, all the peating processes, smoking processes are very unplanned. You never know where you're coming out, so that's why you have a blending process afterwards. And yeah, this bottling, the Laphroaig Elements, will be available at Whisky.com very soon. Next up is news from the Aberlour Distillery, and in a new bottling design. In the end of 2024, it was actually announced, and it came a little bit to the orders inside the market, and now it comes to the market. The main reason is the reduction in energy consumption, and they want to use less glass and have new colors on their label, so it's a new design and want to be more sustainable. Then we have a Littlemill with their collection Echoes of the Past. It's a very nice, interesting story. You have 4 bottlings, and they will be in 4 consecutive years, all of them with 50 bottles. All of them from one Oloroso sherry cask. So you can kind of see how the whiskey matures in that one Oloroso cask over a period of 4 years. The first bottling will be called number 1 with 34 years, and then 35, 36, 37, kind of like that. Next up is the Dalmore, and they have a new bottling called the Luminary Edition 2025. It consists of 2 bottlings, the rare, 52 years old, very, very old and expensive. Only 2 bottles will be out there, and they will have a sculptured design, very, very, very special. And the other, the Luminary number 3, 2025 edition, is 70-year-old, limited to 20,000 bottles. So for the open market. Both of them were finished in Calvados casks. The other one will probably be in auctions and will be, hundreds of thousands of dollars, pounds, whatever. Next up is Port Ellen. They're celebrating their 200 years anniversary, of which of them they were quite long closed. So they reopened last year, I think. So they have 1 year of reopening, and they will bring out a new single malt in October. When I say new, it will probably be very, very old, as before the closing, as they only have produced for 1 year, and you can't come out with a whiskey yet. Then we have the Glen Scotia, and they're presenting this series with 50-year-old whiskey. Elements of Campbelltown collection. It's the first bottling. It's called release number 1 Air. It will be the oldest bottling of the distillery, distilled in 1973 and limited to 100,000 bottles. 100 bottles, sorry. The thousands will be the price, 35,000 pounds, which is about 41,000 euros and maybe even a bit more dollars. Then we have Kilchoman presents their bottling series of their 20th anniversary. So happy celebration for 20th anniversary. And they want to bring out 20 casks, and they do it in 4 batches with each 5 casks, so 20 bottles, 20 casks in total, and they will also be available on Whisky.com. Then we have the Glasgow Distillery with 3 new bottlings from very rare wine cask, and they are hard to pronounce. So let's get in. Constantinia wine cask, pretty good. Syrah wine casks. Don't know if I did that right. And then we have the Pinot de Charentes, Carentes, I don't know, French wine casks, all in cask strength, and they will be available on Whisky.com. Then we have the new distillery of InchDairnie bringing 2 single malts to the market. It's that one, north of Edinburgh, and I think it was built 2016, 2017, I think, somewhere around there. They have 2 smoky peated bottlings, King Glassy or Kin Glassy double matured and King Glassy raw. One of them is a finish and one of them is not. The raw is, I think, the not finished one. Both of them are 8 years old, so I guess they have been opened in 2017 or started production in 2017. Then we have the Glenrothes, and they are getting rid of their no-age statement whiskies. So as they got rid of their vintage whiskies and went to no-age statement whiskies, what will they have left? Yeah, they're going to go back to the vintage whiskies. So yeah, it was not working for them with all that NAS whiskies. Then we have the Wight Whisky, and they are announcing their first single malt. It's the Wight Whisky #1 single malt, and it's coming out in June. It's a limited batch, and the distillery on the Isle of Wight is producing only with barley from the Isle of Wight. 45% ABV. That was it, and now we're going over to Ireland. Yeah, that was it with Scotland. Now we're going over to Ireland, and it's the proper number 12, and I didn't expect that, and they're bringing out their first single malt, a 13-year-old limited batch, 43% ABV, but unfortunately it will be probably an US only product. Yeah. Talking about the US, let's talk about US news. The RD1 Distillery in Lexington is opening. It's not a working distillery. It's a working research and development, RD. RD1 will be a research and development distillery, and it also will be open to visitors. So it's going to be like an open research station where you can see like small batch whiskies being produced, and different kind of techniques and styles are being tried. It's a new point on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, so that's a good thing. And the Kentucky Straight Bourbon will be distilled at the Western Kentucky Distilling Company and their distillery there. But yeah, this is like a new kind of gimmick from them to also see in the public with research and development. Yeah, so that was it with this week. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.